Welcome to Why Your Email List is a Hidden Gold Mine. My name is Josh, and I'm head of accounts here at the email agency.
And my name's Dom. I'm the chief of copy.
And we're here to tell you about the profits that lie hidden in your email list. A lot of companies are doing email marketing wrong. They look at it the wrong way. They think of it as if it was billboard advertising, as if your customer is driving by 70 miles an hour on the highway and they only have a couple seconds to look. And so you hit them with as many images and calls to action as you possibly can. But in reality, nothing could be further from the truth. Email marketing is about building relationships. And if you understand the customer journey, which is what we're about to explain to you, your email marketing will not only be more effective, but you are going to start finding a lot of money that was not there before. So this is the customer journey. The customer journey is the steps that your customer takes from just becoming aware of your brand for the first time all the way to becoming an active promoter who spreads your brand to other people. If you've never seen this before, this is from digitalmarketer.com. And these steps, these 8 steps here on the left, are really the same no matter what the company or brand. A customer first has to become aware of your brand. And once they're aware, they have to engage with it somehow. And then they have to subscribe. They have to ask you for more information. And once that happens, you can convert them into a customer. And once they're a customer, it's your job to excite them more about your brand. And once they're more excited, it's your job to ascend them so that they make additional purchases and buy higher value products from you. And then you help them become an advocate of your brand where they will actually promote you. And this is how your customer base actually grows. So these steps are not going to be exactly the same for every company, but the ones we're about to walk you through are how it will go for most e-commerce brands online. So let's start right now with what happens first.
So this is step one, becoming aware. This is where they see your ad on Facebook, Instagram, pretty much anytime they see you coming to them for the first time. This is where they learn about your brand. This is the very first step in the whole process. So the prospect wants something. This is where you're really starting to engage them and get them to really start to come to you. So you want to give them an effective lead magnet, free plus shipping, something to really invoke interest into giving them or giving you their email.
And once they've actually opted in, once they've given you their email, now is when you have to give them value in advance. And it can be anything. It can just be, a discount in your store. But if it's something that actually gives them value, it educates them, it shows them that you're not just going to try to keep selling them things. You're actually there to give them value and add something to their life. And this is where, in the long run, it's really going to benefit you when it comes to promoting new products and services that they should buy.
So this is where you're starting to convert them. So they have to make a purchase. So you have their email and you're starting to send them emails on a regular basis. This is where they're making that first major purchase, really kind of siding with your brand.
Once they've actually made a purchase with you, next they're going to learn to consume that product or service. Now, this step doesn't happen for every single company, but for most brands, most products or services, you're going to have some kind of educational component. Even if they don't have to learn how to use it, this is where you can send them some supplemental information, something that would help them in their journey to becoming the person that your brand is going to allow them to become. So it can be frequently asked questions. It can be things that people often have, it doesn't have to be a problem, but maybe just an issue or a concern with. This is where your emails can really help address those problems.
So this is that excite and really ascension part of the step process. So they are using your product and enjoying it now. You've taken care of any sort of problems that they could have had before they even had them. This is where that experience with the customer and subscriber will only help in the long run. They have to know that everything's going to go smoothly and you're going to ensure that.
Now, once they've gotten the value out of your product or service, then they're going to report the findings. This is where you want to segment them by getting feedback, finding out what they liked, what they didn't like, but hopefully they love your product or service. And this is where you can find out, what do they want to know more about? What can you sell them in the future? What are they interested in? This is where it's great to ask for a reply in the email, because that not only gives you information you need to know, but it also helps your deliverability by whitelisting you. But more on that another time.
So this is the next step in the process. This is that you're starting to send them higher and higher up your value ladder of products. So you're making an offer to an additional purchase of a higher value. There isn't really much selling in this part because they've already bought a product. You've already been communicating with them on a daily or weekly basis, and they are really starting to get to know you, and they trust you at this point.
So then, of course, once they buy an additional item from you or a service, or they buy something of higher value, you want to educate them on that high value offer, just like you did with the first thing they bought. And this is going to make the relationship even stronger. And this is where they're really starting to become a loyal fan of your brand.
So this is where you've now ascended them and they're starting to become an advocate for the brand. You've built a bond with them and it's something special. They've never really dealt with a company or brand like this before, and they've really come to appreciate it. You speak to them differently and you care about their experience, and frankly, it won't be forgotten.
So once you get to this part of the customer journey, you really can do no wrong. This is where your customer is going to start telling other people about your brand. And this is crucial for growing your customer base. And this is the part that unfortunately a lot of email marketing programs out there aren't getting this to happen effectively. You want them to not only say nice things about you and spread the word about your brand, but say someone happens to say something negative about your brand on social media. This is where those loyal brand fanatics are going to come to the rescue and praise you and even defend you against negative comments or bad things people are saying online about you, or, trolls on your ads. So email is the thing that has done this. Email has made them a brand ambassador, and you're going to get this benefit from them because you have built that relationship, because you've made sure that their needs are met before all the problems could possibly come up. So this is really where you want to get them to. And finally, the last step in the process.
So the final step, and that's where they're going to becoming basically a brand ambassador, but they're a promoter. You now have someone that advocates for not just any product or service you provide, but the entire brand. Anytime you request a response, you get one. Every email you send them is getting open. They're reading it from top to bottom. They really are expecting everything from you to be something great.
So this is what the customer journey is really about. And this is how you can use email marketing to really communicate a message to people and really grow your brand the right way. And a lot of people really miss this. It's a shame that a lot of brands don't do this, but this is what email marketing should be used for. And so if any of that was interesting to you, if you liked that presentation, please reply to the emails that we've been sending you from the email agency. We'd love to hear your feedback. And if you are interested in what we have to offer, we would love the opportunity to send you a free whitelisting guide so that you can, on your own, just make sure your emails are at least going to the primary inbox. That's a huge problem for a lot of companies, especially in the e-commerce space. And we would love to send you that free guide so that your emails can go to the primary inbox and not be hitting the spam folder. So that's it for today. Again, my name is Josh.
And my name is Dom. So yeah, just reply to the email that you got sent with this attached in it, and we'll be getting back to you.
Thanks.